Hello everyone. This video will show how to determine the inverse of a 2x2 matrix using the Gauss-Jordan method. We go over some examples. To determine the inverse using the Gauss-Jordan, the rule that we need to do here is that we have to copy the given matrix first. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that down here. Next to this given matrix A right here, we are going to write the identity matrix. An identity matrix is a matrix that has a diagonal of 1. Our target is to make this left side matrix right here into an identity matrix. So that means this should become 1, 1, and this should become 0, 0. Whatever the matrix left over here, that is the inverse of this matrix. So we are going to look at this example right here. Since we say that this one has to be 1 and 1, our first step is to divide the first row by 6. So I'm going to label that down here. So we're going to divide the first row by 6 so that the resulting matrix would be. So when I divided it by 6, so each of the elements here shall be divided by 6. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. 9 divided by 6 is 3 halves. 1 divided by 6 is 1/6. 0 divided by 6 is 0. I did not do anything on the second row, so I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite it. My next target is to make this to 0. Because remember, this should be 1, 1, 0, 0 to become an identity matrix. So what I would do is that I will subtract this row from the second or the first row. So what I would do is that in this row right here, what I would do is, this is row 2. So R2 minus R1. So I will subtract whatever is in here. So like 1 minus 1, and then 3 minus 3 halves, 0 minus 1/6, 1 minus 0. So the resulting matrix would become. So the next thing that we need to do is to make this equal to 0. I can do that by subtracting 3 halves minus 3 halves is 0. So what I would do is, on this row, I will have to subtract R1 minus R2. So that means 1 minus 0, 3 halves minus 3 halves, 1/6 minus negative 1/6, and 0 minus 1. So the resulting matrix would become. So we can already see that this matrix right here can become an identity matrix, but we're left with 3 halves. We need to make it into 1. So what I would do is I will divide this by 3 halves. So when I divide it by 3 halves, this would become 1. So I will divide this row by 3 halves. If you notice, the left side of the matrix that we have here is already an identity matrix. This means that this is the inverse of A. So I can go ahead and write the answer right here on the side. So this is the inverse of this matrix right there. Now let's have another example. At this time, I would encourage you to pause this video and try this problem out on your own. And when you're done, unpause it and check your answer. Okay, so if you did the math and if you used the Gauss-Jordan method correctly, you should be able to come up with this answer. Did you get the same answer as this? Good. Perfect.